video. Bye and hello. So we just got through with our makeup marathon step number 2, which is again pre-using things, which would be your treatments, your moisturizers, and of course even before that, cleansers and toners. I forgot to tell you, if you use a toner, it's good to use a toner. I don't always use it, but when I do, the one that I have and that I've used for a long time, it is expensive, I admit. It's the Chanel LeBlanc line, and it's their Brightening Moisture Lotion, which is a fancy way of saying toner. And you just put a tad on a little cotton pad and just blot it into your pores, and it helps tighten the pores up, prepare your skin for your treatments. So your treatments would be things like serums, moisturizers, if you do retinol or retin-A, that kind of stuff. Okay, so the second thing that we did was we looked at pre-foundation things. Some people change the order of this. That's fine. Matter of fact, comment below and tell me, do you put your foundation on first or do you put your concealers on first? I put them on first, and the concealers and stuff. But I must say, sometimes it does make sense to do it afterwards, because sometimes when you put on your foundation, you see that those age spots or something is coming through and you want to touch up. And if you just put your concealers on second, then you would be touching up with it. But the things that I would say you wouldn't do second would be your anti-fatigue type things that cancel color, or brighteners. Like my brightener is on, and I'm going to tell you, this is the Givenchy brightener, and I do think it's better than the Chantecaille. Both of these are expensive. If you have a suggestion of a good under eye brightener, especially like in a Revlon or L'Oreal or Maybelline or whoever some of the drugstore brands are, comment below, because I've not found one that I love. They have to be thin, because if you're going to use them, you're putting them on with concealer, and that's already one layer of makeup, y'all. That's one of the reasons why the Match Perfection Rimmel, I use it even more than my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, because this is a little thicker. Anything thin, you don't want to put a lot of product on your eyes. That's why I keep dabbing some back off, dabbing it back off, dabbing it back off. Use as little as possible under your eyes, because all you're doing is setting those wrinkles when you put a lot of weight on them. Okay, so now for foundation. Hands down, my all-time favorite has been what? How many of y'all don't know this? My Chanel Ultra, look at me, I'm looking for the name. This is in all French. Usually it's in French and American. English, I mean. Ultra Latent Velvet. Anyway, it's a blurring effect. It's like a powder velvet matte finish, and I love it. And I always wear color 22 Beige Rose. That's not even on there. Where's my color? Huh, it says BR22. Normally it says 22 Beige Rose, the word's out. I feel like I got a weird one. Oh, it's one of the new ones. How can you tell? Because the top is actually matte finish. My old ones, it was shiny just like the bottom. So that's their new packaging change, because they were out of this for a while and they were just changing packaging just like they once did on lipstick. It's my all-time favorite. But I have found there is a little bit heavier coverage with my Lancome Latent Miracle. And the color I like, I can't get anymore. That's the kind of thing that really irks me. Avoir 4N, so it's basically a neutral 4 ivory. But I went back and tried to find it, and it's not the same. It's not the same color. So this is my favorite for really covering, really good coverage. I love, all because of an itch, y'all. Be careful what you do for an itch. Knock stuff over. Sorry. One thing that I haven't said so far is what brushes I like to use, because I haven't used any yet. Well, except for that that one Lancome for under the eye concealer. I really love that one because it's so tightly packed and so pointed. But I don't think they have this one anymore, y'all. I think this may have been in a special Christmas thing a couple of years ago, but I love it. Something similar to that, though. Something tightly packed, not loose. You want to be able to mash and then get some back off. Hands down, my favorite brushes are Sigma Beauty brushes. No, I'm not an affiliate, which makes no sense because I've never promoted any other brush. I guess I've used Morphe when they come out with the real pretty ones, or I do like It Cosmetics brushes. I think Sephora's got a good face airbrush type thing. But I always come back to Sigma Beauty brushes. They're the best instead of buying a kit. I mean, if you want to buy the big kit up front, I'd do that. But you don't need all those brushes. But that'd be a really nice kit to have. You never need another brush until they wear out. And it takes a long time for them to wear out. But I like to pick the black with the rose gold or copper. And so you have to hand pick those because they used to be gold. I used to have, well, y'all know that I have the kit that has it was the extravaganza, which these are actually plated with real gold. And so I loved those, but they couldn't pick in those. And so now I've switched to the black copper. But I also do like the solid gold ones. That's a specialty one. And it's the Flathead Kabuki, hands down, is what I like putting my makeup on with. I'm not saying I don't like using a domed brush. Let me show you a good dome brush. Well, let's see who has a good dome brush for putting that on. I think this is an It Cosmetics. Yeah, this is their love. Dome brushes are really great to put it on for too, but I just feel like the Flathead Kabukis are the ones that have the best control, gives the best effect of getting your makeup on. So I will use one of these. This is the Lancome, like I told you, and I don't, look, there's almost nothing left. This is the end of it forever because the new one is not like this. Okay, I'm only doing half my face anyway. So we're just going to go to the cheeks, and I'm going to pull my hair back. Really going to kind of hit that age spot. I'm going to go down. Hey, my darling. My husband's getting rid of rats.
Rats in the attic.
Rats in the attic. We used to have a friend who's in a band called Rats in the Attic. That's all either. No, we have squirrels or something up there because it's been moving. Y'all know sometimes when I've been on video and I'm like, there's a noise in here. And I'm just going to round that out. And be real careful going by my ear because I already have an earring on. And just, I go straight down. Don't touch where the eye is because you already put on your concealer. And then I go the opposite direction, horizontal. Go vertical and horizontal. Be sure and get the sides of your nose and get that crux right there. Be sure and use the edge of it. That cut edge. Do that. And then down. And then stamp it. I just stamp it and make sure it gets in the pores. And always elongate your jaw to make sure you don't get a line there. Go right past it and then blend it on down. Okay, so that's one. And I'm okay if you want to. I don't need to because I've already done primer. But you can put some on your eyelid as well, just to make it nice and sticky. And that is the end of this, and that makes me very sad because this has been a great product. Again, it's Tint Miracle. So if you can find your right color, I highly recommend this. It is, I feel, the best full coverage to be so thin. Like you can't see my age spots now. Always shake first. I'm going to use another brush for this one. And this again is the Le Tint Velvet 22 Beige Rose from Chanel. And we're going to use a few drops of that. Normally I would use a little bit more, but we are only doing half faces here. And let's just see, this is a little more yellow and not quite as much coverage. It's good coverage, but it's not quite as much. Again, go in circles right by that ear. And right under the nose, on this side, right in the crux. Use that edge to get any out. And then go horizontal because you just went vertical. Okay, and then you can stamp it out. Also be sure and get either side of the nose bone. Okay, and right half it. And on down the neck. I don't feel like these are too different, but I'm going to stamp it out. Again, make sure you got the nosy area. And the chin, they're all good. You can go across. And there, so those are my two favorite foundations. And now we will move into blushes. And I'll see you again in the next video, y'all. I look so white, I look like a little ghosty. I'll see y'all later. Bye!